Now next type of failure in the quarter is bending failure. Now what is mean by bending failure? Now if you take the example of this quarter, now this quarter the half portion will be inserted in the top half and bottom half will be inserted into the component that is socket, and the another half portion that is at the center will be inserted into the spigot. Due to that, now if you consider, if you draw on the diagram, this will be inserted into the diameter uh, of the spigot, and this portion will be inserted into the diameter of socket. So due to that, one portion will try to pull the component on one other side and central portion will try to pull the component on another side. If you analyze here, so if you see, the portion which is inserted into the spigot will try to pull it here, and the portion which is inserted into the socket will try to pull it here. Due to that, the quarter will be subjected to bending. The quarter will be subjected to bending stress and it will try to bend. So due to that bending failure, the quarter will be subjected to bending stress. Now bending stress, we know that it is always calculated by flexural formula m upon I into y. Now where that bending takes place, with respect to which axis that bending bends. So if you draw the diagram of the quarter like this, if let's assume this is a quarter where which has one slot at the center. So the cross section will be like this. What is the cross section? If this is width b and this is thickness t, and this is one axis and this is another axis. Now with respect to which it gets bent, with respect to, let's assume this is yy and this is xx. So with respect to which axis it gets bent? So it gets bent with respect to axis xx. Hence what is the distance y? What is the extreme fiber? This extreme fiber will be this. With respect to this xx, b by 2 will be the extreme fiber. Hence what is the y? Y will be equal to b by 2, right? So what I am saying is that for the cross section, so I will draw it again. For the cross section, these are the two axes. If I call it as xx and if I call it as yy, this dimension is b, this dimension is thickness. So where the bending takes place? The bending takes place vertically with respect to axis xx. Hence the extreme fiber with respect to axis xx is b by 2, right? So this is equal to b by 2. And what is the moment of inertia for this rectangular cross section? It is equal to tb cube by 12, as bending takes place with respect to axis xx in this case. So ixx will be tb cube by 12 and y is equal to b by 2 with respect to this axis xx, where with respect to which bending takes place. Now what is a bending moment? Now we have to calculate maximum bending moment taking place into this component. Now maximum bending moment will be calculated by assuming the force analysis. Now what is that force analysis? If I erase this unimportant part of this component. Now let's imagine this diagram. Now see, for this diagram, this is represents a quarter joint. Now force analysis of the quarter. Now if you consider the portion which is inserted into the socket, for that particular portion there is a rectangular distribution of the forces practically happens or practically available, and there is a triangular distribution at the socket and rectangular distribution of the forces in the portion where it is connected with the socket and spigot respectively. Now I have to find out the maximum bending moment which takes place into the component. Now what is that maximum bending moment? Now that maximum bending moment will be from the center of gravity of this triangular distribution and from the center of gravity of the rectangular distribution for above half portion. Now we're going to consider analysis only for the above half portion, and that same analysis we're going to apply for below half portion. Now if you consider above half portion, this is the center of gravity of the rectangular distribution of this portion. This is the center of gravity of the triangular distribution for this portion. So we have to find out from this p by 2 to from this p by 2. This is the portion. this is the portion which is subjected to maximum bending moment. Now what is that portion, or what is the dimension of that portion that we have to find out? So let's find out that particular portion, dimension of that portion. So maximum bending moment M will be given by, so if you consider P by 2 multiply by this distance. So how much is this distance? Summation of this distance plus this distance, let's say x and y. So what is y? Y is d4 minus d2 by 2 multiplied by 1/3. That means y will be equal to d4 minus d2 divided by 6, right, plus x. What is x? This distance. This distance will be half of the distance of rectangular distribution of force, that is d2. So this is equal to d2 by 2, right? Then plus, so from this p by 2 multiplied by perpendicular distance, I have to subtract the distance for rectangular distribution of the forces. So from this moment we have to reduce the moment applied by this rectangular distribution. So this is equal to p by 2 minus d2 by 4. So from where we have taken the center of gravity of rectangular distribution of forces multiplied by perpendicular distance. So this p by 2 multiplied by perpendicular distance is d2 by 4. So for this bending moment, if I simplify this equation, so what will be the equation if I take p by 2 common, and if I solve this equation, what I'll get is, so d2 by 2 minus d2 by 4, I'll get d2 by 4 plus d4 minus d2 divided by 6. This will be the maximum bending moment which applies on the quarter, right, for this portion, right? We can do the same analysis for below portion and we will get the same equation. So maximum bending moment for the quarter will be given by this equation. Moment of inertia with respect to axis x6 for the cross section is dv cubed by 12, and the distance of extreme fiber from the central axis x6 is b by 2, and hence by doing all this analysis we will get the bending stress, right? So we will get bending stress m upon I into y. So only unknown parameter from this equation was width of the quarter, and from this equation we will get width of the quarter, where bending stress is calculated for the given material, right? So if you see, in case of double shear also we have got B, and for this also we are getting B. So from those, so shear failure of the quarter and bending failure of the quarter, we have to consider maximum value of the B. Now to summarize this, all equations we have till now considered, we can say that we have used 11 equations. Out of that 11 equation, we have used 6 equations for design of spigot, right? Then we have used 4 equation, we have used 3 equations for design of socket, right? And we have used 2 equation for design of quarter, right? So total we have used 11 equations, and from this 11 equation we can find out the dimensions of the quarter joint, right? So this is the basic design procedure for quarter joint from our engineering point of view, from understanding point of view, right? In addition to that, the quarter joint can fail by a number of stress equations, but these 11 are the stress equation or failure modes by which there are more chances for failure of the quarter joint, and hence we are finding out the dimension by using this stress equation. Somebody may consider that in addition to that 11 failure modes, the quarter can be subjected to different additional failure modes. But mark my words, my friends, the chances due to other failure modes are very less, though that is available into the counter joint. Hence, there is no need to design the component for that failure modes, as the chances of failure of the component is only due to these 11 modes. If you make component safe for this 11 mode of failure, there is no chance of the failure of outer joint by other modes, as the chances of failure are very less. Hence, we have to remember these 11 design steps of failure modes of quarter joint, and we can find out different dimensions available for this quarter joint. So, this is about design of quarter joint.